It's a cool picture right there. Elk standing right on top of that rock. Certainly a cow is not there by herself. There's got to be other elk around. But anyway, that's cool. I like driving around in here looking for elk before I go fishing. I'll keep on looking around and see if I can see some more. Well, good morning, guys. It's your buddy Brad again, out on another crazy adventure. Man, I'm out here at a familiar lake, but I haven't been out here in a long time. Uh, these bass, I think they're going to be up in the grass. Man, it has been so hot. I've been finding some of the bass right up against the bank. So we're going to start off with a frog in here and maybe a worm and some other stuff. But uh, this is French Lake. It's a beautiful little lake. Got a beautiful sunrise this morning. And I hear something stomping around in the water down here. So I'm going to sneak down here and see what this is. This could be an elk down here. Or it could be some wild hogs. It could be anything. So I'm going to sneak down in here and we're going to see what this is stomping around in this water. I hear an elk back here bugling. So there's a good chance we're going to see something this morning. So, and hopefully we're going to catch some good bass. But anyway, just hang in there with me and let's see what we can find. Well, I wasn't expecting this morning, but this whole lake, man, is just covered in lily pads, and you can tell how down the water is. But there is a spot over here we can get out here and throw this frog, see if we can't get some fish to bite. It's amazing to me how all this always looks so different from one year to the next. Oh man, spider webs everywhere. I mean, like like a hammering bite. Well, there was one. Didn't get it good though. Dadgummit. There was a bite right there. Psst. See, there's another one. Hit it. Whatever's hitting it, it's either too small to get it. Something. Well, there was nothing going on in the lily pads, so we're just going to continue to work on down the lake, and then we'll get down there below the dam and start working that area. this is. It's pretty cool. Real bright. I don't know what that is. Anybody have any idea what that is? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Well, I always got to make a toss or two up in here. I don't know why, because I rarely catch fish in here, but I just, just think, man, one of these days I'm gonna catch a giant right here. Working off these rocks. Just never caught a fish in here. Well, there we go. There's a bass right there. Look at there. First bass of the morning. Just always figured got to be bass hanging around right in here. But I have tossed and tossed in here and never caught one. There you go. Healthy looking little bass there. Thank you, buddy. Fish on. Finally got a fish to hit that frog this morning. There we go. Fish on the, oh. Fish on the frog. Rip. Finally. Whew, he's a fat little dude. Real healthy fish. There's still some green grass in here. I guess that's why they're tucked up in this grass. It's a little tip. Once your grass starts dying out, turning brown, then look for grass that's green. And it's not dead, and it's still putting on a lot of oxygen. And if you find a spot where there's some bass hanging out, don't be afraid to throw right back in that same spot, because there may be several hanging out in there. Big old golden orb spider doing his thing over there. Guess he had to make a repair on his web there. Man, you come across one of those right in your face when you're walking through the woods, it will scare you to death. I don't know if you know what a golden orb spider is, but they get pretty darn big. They look real deadly, but they're not. But anyway, just some more interesting creatures. Isn't he pretty? Look at there. You can see the silk coming out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's neat. All right, let's get back to fishing. See if we can't get a fish to hit on it. Because ain't nothing happening here. And there it is, folks. That's why you got to be so careful on these trails. Look at here. Ooh, that's a good size one too. Look at the rattles on that dude. Good snake right there. Well, not a good snake, but it's a big snake. Go on about your business, bud. Man, this got me nervous now. I don't know where to walk. He's on my trail. He don't like me, that's for sure. We should go on. Well, I don't know where to walk now. I guess I'll maybe go around him. Okay, well, I'll find a way somewhere. Not real smart, am I? You just got to be so careful in here, people. Man, he's coiled up there. He's laying out here on this in this sand and this dirt, trying to warm up. You could tell he didn't even want to move. But anyway, let's try to go around him, I guess. All right, hang in there. Okay, folks. Well, we made it past the dadgum rattlesnake. So ridiculous, man. That's why I'm so ready for a kayak. I mean, I like hiking and fishing, but I don't really care for running into snakes too much. It's just kind of not good. All right, well, a little changed it up to a June bug this time instead of black. We'll see if it makes any difference. We're just not having much luck. I feel like I got a fish on here. I do. I knew it wasn't anything big, but I was like, well, there's some pressure on that. I thought maybe it was just some grass or something, but it wasn't. It was a big old fat green sunfish. Because I just kept reeling it and it felt, felt a little bit of something on there. I thought it was just grass. Getting bites with every cast, but that's a bigger fish. Good gravy. Good old green sunfish. Look at that dude. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good sized fish. Man, these fish are fat. I'm not sure what they're eating on in here, but they're eating good. Probably grasshoppers and frogs, I imagine. Water's not real deep in this little hole. I know there's some bass in it because I've caught a bass here before. But there's not a lot of bass here. Big blow up there. I guess I got a fish on here. Didn't think I had a fish. Here we go. Come on up here. Heck yeah. That's one of my better bass this morning. Yes, sir. Take that little bass on the frog. It was really weird, man. He hit that thing and blew up in the water, and there you go. Thanks, buddy. He blew up in the water and all that, but then there wasn't nothing there. I mean, I jerked the frog and it didn't feel like there was anything on it. And then as I was dragging it back through this grass, I felt more pressure, and I thought, well, probably got a lot of grass on it or something. Nope, bass on it. I'm gonna throw this worm. See if I can get something to gobble this worm up. Fish right there. First cast with the worm. Good bass. There we go. Man, these fish are just so fat, says the fat man. Well, I'm just saying, these fish have got some heft to them. Look at here. Look at that belly. Yeah, that's a good fish. Not very long, but he's healthy. Thank you, sir. Yeah, sometimes that top water just don't work too hot. You switch up to a worm or a fluke or anything like that that just is real slow and has a lifelike type flutter to it. That's when you start picking fish like that up. See, that fish was sitting over there where I'd run that frog 2 or 3 times already. He didn't like that frog, but boy, he jumped on that worm. Before we get out too far here, folks, I want to fish right out in front of me. You never know, there's going to be some fish right out in front of you. You can get a little bit of cloud cover, and that's good because, man, it's starting to roast in here. Fish on there. That's a chunky bass. big as I thought he was, but he's a good bass. We'll take him. There you go. Not as big as them other ones have been so far, but we'll take any. Oh, belly flop. Sorry, Mr. Bass. Oh, how cool was that? I watched that bass. I mean, he hit that dude right here. I watched him come up and hit it. I love when that happens. How cool is that? There we go. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Thank you for playing. He literally hit right in that hole right there, right where I'm throwing him. He came right in there and hit that thing as I was bringing it in. Well, we didn't slay him in here this morning, but we did fairly well. Caught a few bass and some green sunfish and stuff, and man, sweated obviously. Had a good time, but I cannot emphasize enough for you guys a couple of things. Number one, you got to stay hydrated. Number two, watch where you're walking, man, because there are snakes all out here. But just carry a stick with you if you want. If you're going through places you can't really see in the grass, you can run that stick in there. Man, if there's a rattlesnake in there, he's more than likely he's going to make some noise. But man, this is another reason, like I say, I want to get that kayak, because I want to start doing a little bit more kayak fishing and a little less hiking, because this is dangerous stuff out here, guys. Don't let it fool you. I'm old and chubby, but this is rough stuff. And if you're going to do this kind of fishing, you got to be ready to get your legs cut up. You got to be ready to sweat. You got to be ready to face snakes and scorpions and stickers and whatever else. But anyway, it's still fun. It's still fun to come out here and catch these fish. And I just appreciate y'all coming along and supporting the channel. So anyway, thanks again for your support. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you again next time on Glory Bound Outdoors.